Today, join me for another painting session on plein air at our lovely Falcon Inn, where we're staying in the Yorkshire Dales. Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. We've just done a 10 miles hike with my husband. We're pretty done in, and it's quite drizzly, as you might be able to see from my glasses. I still have a couple of hours time before the sun sets. So what I'm going to do is to set up my easel in the backyard of the inn that is really beautifully placed within the area. I've asked the owner of the inn whether it would be a bother if I set up my easel in the backyard that is overlooking a very nice garden with sheep in it and a nice view on the surrounding hills, and he kindly gave me permission to do it, so I can show you where I'm going to set up the easel. Come with me. This is the inn, and then through there I'm going to take you to... Yeah, bad to you too. See, isn't this going to be lovely to paint the sheep? Look at this. You see the hills, some lovely cottages back there, plenty of sheep, and then we have this absolutely beautiful ancient wall here with the enclosure. I think this will make for a really nice setting. I'm afraid I'm not going to comment a whole lot on what I'm doing because I think I don't have much time to do the painting, and I still would like to fit it in. I really like the setting, and it's really practical because our car is parked nearby, so I can get all the material without any fuss, and also can do quick breaks if I need to at the front of the inn and sit down for a while, which I can't do when I'm in the middle of nowhere, basically. So yeah, I'm going to shut up now and get cracking, and I hope you like the result. Let's start with the most simple shapes that will make up our landscape. Starting with the enclosure in the foreground, drawing the line of the horizon, blocking out the areas that will be covered by trees, and starting to block in the little cottages and the stone wall. I then took a moment in order to take some photos of the sheep, who surprisingly were very interested in what I was doing. I then went over to block in the remaining of the grasses and moved on to the sky. It was important to catch the moment. We basically have some small areas where the blue is really turquoise, then darker clouds, and some rather peachy reflections in between. Afterwards, I started to block in the hills, detailing out the trees and the houses, as well as the stone wall in the background. Now moving over to the stone wall in front of me, there are different hues of grey, some colder with hints of green in it, and other warmer, leaning to the brown side. Finally, I blocked out the wooden part of the gate and then darkening out or highlighting out different parts. This gives the gate a little more structure. The final step was to add in the sheep, as well as adding some shadows and depth to the whole scene. And here's the finished study of the scene. Let me remind you that I roughly had about 1 hour and a half of light before the sun set, so this is really meant to be a rough study of the scene where the main interest was to capture the color values as well as the different hues, as realistically as I could do so in 1.5 hours. Thank you so much for joining me for this new session of painting on plein air. I hope you liked it and find this helpful and insightful, and I would be very glad for you to join me for our next session next week. See you soon. Cheers! If you want to see more of my works available for purchase, please consider checking out my website. I leave the link in the description. If you have an idea for a painting or lino print that you would want me to create especially for you, please don't hesitate to reach out through the contact form of my website.